slight cloud on the mountain, a little bit of wind coming up, beautiful day. Welcome to Cape Town, guys. This is going to be one hell of a trip. Hope you all enjoy it.
No pain, no gain.
Strong like a lion, as we say. Strong like a lion.
Pedal faster, they say. Pedal faster.
If you can't take a joke, you shouldn't have joined.
Probably, yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
We had a mixed group. There were some urologists, some patients, and some relatives of patients.
I'm Roger Kirby, and this was my 5th cycle challenge. Turned out that I got diagnosed as suffering from prostate cancer, so I got operated on by my own team in my own hospital with my own robot, and I got cured. So in order to celebrate, I would do the cycle challenge. Because you only had your operation how long ago?
3.5 months.
3.5 months.
Yeah. So
Must have been a good surgeon that did it for
well,
you.
apparently.
I felt it was really important, as the person who leads the charity, to actually put my bum on the line, literally as well, and to step up to the plate and do a challenge as well.
Well done, Louise!
So yeah, I think she's fantastic and a good example of a chief executive from a charity to actually get out there and do it herself.
The trip to South Africa this time, as you know, was organised by Peter Rimington and co-hosted by him.
The Cape is my spiritual home. I moved to the UK in 2000, having met Roger Kirby and some of the others over in Cape Town.
I got to South Africa with some apprehension, but also excited about the adventure ahead.
It was a tough ride. It was nearly 500 kilometres over 6 days. So we all met up at the airport and we flew down to Cape Town.
We had a number of South Africans and other people from abroad. There's not one Englishman standing amongst you lot. It's a mixture of bloody Irish, South African.
International types.
The trip started with a great deal of jollity, and is that a word, jollity?
It is now.
No, it is now, right.
Hey, what's your name?
My name's Stephen. Welcome to Cape Town.
Good morning.
Mountain pass on the first day with stunning, stunning views all the way through.
This is setting off after the first stop on the first day.
And I gather from everybody else who's been on these challenges before, it was certainly the hardest challenge they had ever done.
It was this time a challenge. Sometimes the cycling has been a lot easier than it was in South Africa.
This is a bigger challenge than the previous one that we did.
I agree.
We'd gone through the Karoo, which is a beautiful desert area, which was absolutely stunning. We saw nobody. It was a wonderful ride, but very tiring, and it was hot.
What's the temperature now, Peter?
32, 33.
So 32.
Much drier than the other places we've been.
It's going to get hotter.
Say hello.
The second day, some big hills.
Everybody is happy because they have water. It was not too
There's
hard.
water, it's been relaxed, there's no hills.
Exactly.
Yeah.
have a horrible feeling. The hills await us.
And no more hills coming up later on today, are there?
There are.
Undulating hills, as our German tour guide described them.
Guys, the next stretch is 18 k's, okay? And there are some downs and up, and there are some downs which are quite steep and slippery. So just watch out. Stay clear down.
The hill just went on and on and on and on, and the horrible thing was that you would see about 3 or 4 kilometres ahead and you were still going up.
You have a bus in the front with a trailer and a bus at the back with a trailer. Theoretically, you're supposed to be able to get on the bus, but no one ever does because people are always encouraged to keep going.
Well, I'm very proud of this. I never once felt that I'd had enough and that I had to get in the bus and I couldn't cope anymore. There was just so much support around, and you really felt that you wanted to do it for yourself anyway.
We knew it was going to be tough, but it turned out to be tougher than we really expected.
Whispering wind, whisper the words I want to hear. Whispering wind, my heart is hurt, you ring her name.
It's a good washing day, isn't it? Good laundry day.
Yeah. Today we don't have any much heat, but my God, the wind is cruel.
That was quite intense. The wind takes any momentum that you have away, so you're constantly pushing. When you go down the hills, the wind pushes you back up. So usually that's the time where you'd be resting, stretching your back out, but you need to push, keep pushing. It's constant pushing.
You guys can do this! Go, go, go!
Fourth day really was almost impossible. It was a howling wind, 60, 70 k's head on. Some of the lighter girls getting blown off their bikes, literally pushed onto the side of the verge.
I actually got blown off my bike twice.
So the afternoon of the fourth day really got people to grit their teeth and prove that these are not fun rides. These can be incredibly challenging. They can be very difficult and you have to dig deep.
There were people who were really good, who'd cycled a lot in the past, and they always stopped to help those who perhaps had not done as much training.
I'm not an experienced cyclist. I did a little bit of training.
It's not for athletes. You don't have to be super fit. You really don't. Look at some of us. We're all middle-aged, pot-bellied old fools.
That leg up, bend it over there, bend down.
Well, you're pulling me here, I'll do fine.
Go on, come on, come on.
This is one of our new recruits.
Down, press that knee down. And smile, look up, smile at the camera.
How did you get fit, Mr. Ronnie?
By cycling with you, Mr.
Yeah, that's right.
The whole thing from start to finish is about the team effort and not about the individual effort. There was great support within the group. There were people to encourage you at every step, but also to help with pacing and to make sure you got to the end.
It's not a race, so all of us start and finish together. And that's the beauty of this challenge.
When the going gets tough,
The toughers get going.
there we go. I would say this is the nicest trip so far. Beautiful scenery, wonderful people, tough, but despite that it's great. And it's a challenge, which is what it's meant to be.
Hello, girls.
Live fast, die young, bad girls do it well. Live fast, die young, bad girls do it well.
When they set out with the bike rides, it seemed to be all men and quite sort of testosterone driven, and I didn't really think I'd fit in so much.
Poor Kate and I, we were the virgin cyclists and we ended up on the hardest trip, but we did it.
We had girl power up front today. We had 3 girls in the top 5. We had 5 girls in the top 10. We had half and half and half. All the way.
Usually when TUF goes on one of these rides, they pick a small charity to go and support, and we supported a community-developed school in just outside Berrydale.
We made a donation to this after-school club, and it was wonderful because the South African children were all out playing their drums, and they gave a big greeting to us.
We're about 4 years into this small little area, and what we're actually doing, I'm going to touch you quick on the programs that we run. We run aftercare where the kids come from school 2 o'clock, and they're here, and we run programs with them from 2 o'clock until 4 o'clock. Instead of running like a holiday program, each and every school holiday, we're running a program to keep the kids off the street and to keep the kids occupied.
So everybody contributed something, and we raised a lot of money, and they've sent us photographs and videos and commentary of what they've done with it and how that's transformed what they've been able to offer their children in the school.
The group spirit is just rising now. I think sort of day 4, I think people are really realising that they can actually do this.
This wind is going to be coming up from behind today, so couldn't be better. Well planned.
It's like a complete detox for the body and mind, you know.
And it is actually really rather enjoyable to have that time to yourself, just pootling along, taking in the sights. That really has a very positive benefit when you come back. You're ready to face all the stresses and strains of London and the work environment again.
There's this lovely lush valley over to our right here.
We had a very good guide there with us all along. Kept us giving us the names of flowers and animals, mountains. So I must admit we were very privileged.
They're called Protea grandiflora. They are the national flower of South Africa. Looking at the Riviersonde and valley vistas, which are very beautiful. We are now at Arniston, on the coast of Southern Africa.
We finished the cycle challenge at the southernmost tip of South Africa, where the two oceans meet. The Indian Ocean meets the Atlantic Ocean.
The highlight for me was whenever we completed the cycle and arrived at the southernmost tip of South Africa, and there was a great sense of accomplishment when we were there.
There's a sign there which shows that you've got the Indian Ocean on one side and the Atlantic on the other, and there's a pedestal that's put up there.
By the end of 5 days, there's not one person on the ride that isn't your friend. You have made friends with all these guys, all 27 of them.
I can tell that we are gonna be friends. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. Walk with me, Susie.
I think in life, relationships are built on what you have in common with people, but also life events shared. And, everyone that I've met in the Urology Foundation has talked about the great camaraderie.
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 It was one of the best experiences of my life.
Andrew's done all 5, and Andrew, you agree this was the best of the lot?
By far, by far. Leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
If they pedal a bit faster, that would help, but they're too busy taking pictures and goofing around. So.
I gather so far we've actually raised nearly £200,000, which is a most incredible amount.
The Urology Foundation, it covers much more than just the prostate.
It's nice to see the money going into research, particularly at present with respect to kidney cancer.
They're not an organ-specific organisation. They will support learning and research.
For us, the priority is about funding things like training in robotic surgery and funding clinical visits so people can go overseas and go to centres of excellence abroad where they can see techniques being done and bring those techniques back over here.
I first got involved with the Urology Foundation when I approached them for sponsorship for a fellowship I was doing in Bordeaux in France to do robotic surgery, and they were very kind in sponsoring me, so it enabled me to spend 6 months there learning robotic surgery.
This is such a worthy cause to raise money for, and I'd strongly encourage people who might want to join us to come along.
When's the next one? Where's it going to be?
Bring it
We are
on.
talking about Rajasthan.
It will be a life-changing experience, just like Cape Town was.
It's 2015, it's probably going to be in November. We're heading to Rajasthan in India. We're going to cycle from Agra, where the Taj Mahal is, to Jaipur, where the Amber Fort is. So we're hoping to raise even more money than we did this time.
All of those listening, come to our next one.
Yeah, come to Rajasthan.
We'll be there.
It'll be
We'll be
fantastic.
there.
Okay, thank you. Well done.
Thank you very much, man.
The TUFs get going.
Who's back market today, Raj?
Hi, Rog.
Morning, morning.
Yeah, morning.
Morning, George.